Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my first official video of my new channel, Wearefootball. I'm KG and I decided to launch this channel because I'm very passionate about football. I love talking about it, I love arguing about it, and I know you guys love it too. So I've created something that gives us a better chance at arguing and for me to give a better opinion of games and of players, right? So as an introduction, I will be doing a proper introduction video later, but for now I just have to get into the season because it's already kicked off. Today I'll be doing the Chelsea versus Liverpool game review, and I'll be doing it in categories of three, right? So I'll give three of my opinions on the overall game, the players, and the moments, the game-changing moments. So let's get into it. Firstly, the standout players. Enzo Fernandez. Here we go. That boy was a star last night. That boy made 120 million look like it was a bargain. He was great passing, is great technical ability, is great. If people like Declan Rice are going for 105, I think it's clear what Enzo's worth is. He was very good. My man of the match. And then I would also say Reece James had a very, very good game. For me, personally, the double up with Sterling on Robertson. Although Robertson stood quite well to the challenge, I think Reece James was also one of Chelsea's best players last night. And then I would also say McAllister, who was playing out of position at CDM, for me was Liverpool's best player. Yes, Alisson made a few good saves. Konate was good as well. But for me, McAllister at CDM on his debut, completely out of position, he killed it. They'll probably have to get, I would say, a proper CDM. I hear that they're in for Lavia. I think it's almost done now. They have an agreement again. After this Chelsea versus Liverpool's Moises Caicedo custody battle, no one won, but I think Chelsea also have just completed the signing of Caicedo, and it will make Chelsea a better team. So the disappointing players, for me, Cody Gakpo, I'm sorry to say it, fraudulent. Cody Gakpo is giving me Kai Havertz vibes. Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, I don't know what he's supposed to be giving Liverpool. I don't know what he's supposed to be doing, what's his best position. I just don't see it. And he came with a big price tag and a lot of noise, the hype from the World Cup and from PSV, but I just haven't seen it yet. But it was his first season last season, so we'll give him time. We'll judge him properly this season, right? Okay. Another disappointing player for me personally, Raheem the Dream. Is not make sure. I will acknowledge most improved player, maybe on the pitch, yes, but output is still lacking. I think Chelsea got into so many good positions where if he had delivered something better across the box or found a better pass, Chelsea would have been more of a threat. But in this case, I think he still lacks that ability now to take on a defender and beat them one-on-one. He's not doing that anymore. He's clearly not as at his best. He's not at his best, sorry. But yeah, for me, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Sterling. But again, it was his first season. We'll judge him properly this season. And lastly, Diego Jota. I think he is Liverpool's best attacker in that number 9 position, although he's not a natural number 9. He had a sort of a disappointing quiet game for me. I would still think he's a better option at the moment than Darwin Núñez, but I think Darwin Núñez will slowly start owning his place. I think he came with a good price tag as well and high expectations. Didn't do too badly last season if you look at his stats, but he did perform poorly. He could have scored a lot more goals. So this season, I personally do think he will improve, and then that will make him Liverpool's number 9. And yeah, so then the game-changing moments. For me, obviously, I would say the Salah offside goal, the one that was ruled out for offside by VAR, that made it 2-0 within like 30 minutes. And I think that was it. Chelsea was shambles. They were scrambling. They were all over the place. So I really think they were lucky to have that goal ruled out. And, immediately after that, they went to go score, and then they scored again. And you can also say Liverpool were lucky because they would have been behind in 3 minutes. But I would then say the Nicholas Jackson handball. Liverpool were robbed. Liverpool robbed. When I think about it, at first I was like, he was too close. Like Diaz's flick was in close proximity and his arms were tucked in. But I don't know why his hand is like this. Why is your palm out completely? It's no debate that it hit him on the hand. And I think there's a proper argument for the hand being in an unnatural position, although the arm wasn't. But what I would say is I think that specifically as opening weekend, you saw that there's been a lot of rule changes or things that specifically the officials want to address, and they're setting standards, whether it's like time wasting or penalties or soft fouls, things like that. As long as we see consistency now going, towards the end of the season, we don't have debates on, this one wasn't given and refer back to this instance when other penalties are given. So in this case, yeah. And lastly, I would say the second half substitutes, they basically didn't change the game, but they killed it. I think both teams almost lack quality on the bench. Liverpool subs were, besides Darwin Núñez, who's decent, also was his first season last season, so we'll judge him properly now. But I definitely think that the bench was not, it didn't make the game better, and Klopp didn't help it by taking off his best players, Salah and Luis Diaz. The reason is obviously they've just had pre-season, so they're not fit. They're trying to save some legs, so I understand that. But yeah, I would say for these teams to compete for the title, I know Liverpool's expectation was to compete for the title again, Chelsea maybe top 4, but to compete, I think they'd need more quality in the squad. And lastly, my overall thoughts, I think Chelsea were the better team. They deserved to win, created more chances. They did better than I expected them to. Personally, I think Chelsea, I had them nowhere near top 4, but after that performance, I think Poch is a good coach. You can see he's a good coach. I don't know if he's a great manager, but he's a good coach. And I think there's belief now from the Chelsea fans that they can make top 4. Yeah. With that being said, I'll be doing the game week 1 review after the United and Wolves game tonight. So stick around. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. Comment, let me know your thoughts on the handball or how the game went. And with that being said, I'm out.